In the landscape of Kenya politics, few names have stood out like Fred Okengo Matiang'i, a firm, disciplined, and reform-driven leader whose journey from academia to the presidency race has been nothing short of extraordinary. Born in Nyamira County in the Gusii region of Kenya, Matiang'i grew up grounded in discipline and education. He pursued his undergraduate studies at Kenyatta University and later earned a PhD Communication and Comparative Literature from the University of Nairobi. Before entering government, he was a lecturer, a researcher, and a governance consultant. Little did he know that his academic foundation could prepare him for one of the most prominent public servant career in Kenya. Fred Matiang'i's first major appointment came in 2013 when President Uhuru Kenyatta named him Cabinet Secretary for Information, Communication and Technology. He focused on digital government service and expanded internet access, helping lay the ground for Kenya's digital future.
As government, we have made the decision again in response to the development of technology, in response to the needs of the people of Kenya, in response to the imperatives of ensuring that there's variety in broadcasting, opening up and liberalizing the broadcasting space for all other players to come in. We have passed a policy that we will migrate from analog to digital broadcasting, not later than, of course, the given world deadline of 17th of June 2015. So we are not going back to analog broadcasting. Secondly, as a result of this policy, again, working with the regulator, we have had 43 television channels, licensed and operating in Kenya. And I can report to the committee that out of those 43 TV channels in Kenya, 40 are on air. They are on digital platforms.
In 2015, Matiang'i took over the Ministry of Education. That is where he made a real mark. He led a national crackdown on exam cheating, overhauled school management, and restored credibility to Kenya examination system, earning him the nickname Super CS.
Structuring of the board, the reorganization of the management is only the first step. We will go further than that. We would like to get to a situation where no one questions the integrity of our tests and measurement system as a country. Any school where there is an examination malpractice, even if it involves one candidate, the head teacher leaves. And apotea. That is it. Because it's embarrassing. I said this before. Examination cheating is the lowest form of intellectual dishonesty. How is it that we can act so recklessly that we affect the future of these children and subject them to a measure of uncertainty? I apologize to the country when we release the KCSE results, but I do not intend to apologize again, because we cannot wait for 12 months and apologize later when we have failed to.
In 2017, Matiang'i was appointed Cabinet Secretary for Interior, becoming one of the most powerful figures in Uhuru's government. He coordinated national security, police reform, and administration.
Our reform program, the President's vision to reform us totally, to transit us completely from being a police force to a police service, will succeed or fail depending on how you, as the leaders of our police teams across the country, work. So you are very, very important. You are the junction. You are the nexus between our plans, our vision, and our thinking in the headquarters here, and the practical reality in the field and what happens there. Because you are the conveyors of our plans and our desires to the police officers who are working out there. So how you transmit what we all intend to do by how you interact with the police officers and how you manage them is what's going to make the difference. And that's why we're having the training today, so that we understand each other, so that as soon as you report in your respective stations, you will begin that journey of having a new police service out there in the field.
And in 2019, he was given even more responsibility, appointed to chair the National Development Implementation Committee, essentially acting as an official chief minister. When William Ruto won the 2022 elections, Matiang'i left government to World Bank. Although quiet at first, he later faced investigation and legal summons, viewed by many as politically motivated. Still, he remained respected for his record, especially among civil servants, professionals, and reformists. In 2024 and 2025, Matiang'i began to reappear, speaking at public forums, consulting with leaders, and quietly building a national network. And then, the big announcement: Fred Matiang'i declared his candidacy for presidency in the 2027 general election.
Allow me, na munipe ruhusa niongee na Wakenya kutoka kaunti zote za Kenya. Mtanipea nafasi hiyo? I want to ask you, my fellow citizens, tafadhali ninawaomba tusipoteze imani. Let us not lose hope in our country. Tukae na imani. We are a country that is built on resilience. Hizi shida zote tuko nazo hapa, tushikane sisi wote. Siku hiyo ikifika, tutafuta hiyo daraja na tutaenda mbele. Mungu atatusaidia tufix hiyo maneno ili nchi yetu iwe sawa sawa.
Positioning himself as a symbol of integrity, order, and technocratic leadership, Matiang'i promised to restore trust in institutions, fix the economy, and corruption without theatrics and populism. Fred Matiang'i's story is more than a rise to power. It is a story of public service, reform, and the belief that discipline can build nations. As he eyes the presidency, Kenyans watch closely to see whether the technocrat can become the next transformative leader. Fred Okengo Matiang'i, from the classroom to the cabinet and now to the campaign trail for presidency of this nation. For more political analysis, history, and political talks, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the notification bell. Goodbye.